That was pretty much it.
Yeah. Wait, it's not about you.
Yeah, dude. Hey, let us shoot a video about us once.
It's not always about you.
Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. We just want to do a little bit of an update on our camper situation. Back when we shot the tour video a few months ago, we talked about a few things that had kind of gone awry with the camper itself. Grand Design was going to help us out with that, and the appointment was for December. And this video is like the update to that. So to kind of recap, over a year ago, our RV dealer had it in to fix something on it. They ended up causing more damage. We talk about this in the rest of this video, so I'll spare you that for the moment. But this video could be one of two things. It could be a negative video to our camper dealer, or toward our camper dealer, or it can be a positive video to our Grand Design about them jumping in and helping us out when they really didn't have to, and the camper was out of warranty. So this isn't our normal type of video. So if you're not interested in seeing our camper update, sorry, we'll catch you on the next one. But that's what this video, we shot it at East Harbor State Park a couple weeks ago, and I was going to include it in the East Harbor camping video, but once I shot it and told the story kind of start to finish about what happened, it was too long to put in the camping video. It would have made that video way longer than it needed to be. So we thought we'd just do a separate video on it and talk about how cool Grand Design was to help us out in this situation. And if you're looking to, if you're on the fence about getting a Grand Design camper, hopefully you can watch this video and see how they helped us. They're good company, and you know, hopefully it helps you kind of make a decision about RV manufacturers. So stick around for this one. Like I said, it's not a normal video like we normally have. It's not camping or anything like that. It's literally an update we shot while camping about what went wrong with our camper, how the RV dealer broke it essentially, or made it worse, and then how Grand Design fixes it. So stick around for it. Thanks. Okay, here we are, Sunday morning, East Harbor. It's our first trip here. These guys, cash is normal. This dude has been crazy this morning. Don't let his handsome looks fool you. He's been a wild man today. You're always good in videos, Wade.
It's very deceiving.
He must be scared of the dead cat on top of this on the microphone here. But we just want to do a quick update on our camper. We talked a little bit about, you may have heard some hints getting dropped that it was in for service at Grand Design. I do want to kind of update you on what happened. So about, I don't know, 3 or so months ago, maybe September or so, we shot a tour video. In that video, I was standing right here explaining to you that the slide comes in and bumps the hutch right there. And then it had a large gouge mark right here, somewhere right in there. We took it into our dealer a couple times. They measured it, they said everything was fine, and that was normal. That gouge mark rubbing the hutch and knocking a hole in this was normal, quote unquote. I'm air quoting, you can't see me. Obviously it's not. I called Grand Design. Grand Design said absolutely that's not normal, and they said bring it in to us and we'll look at it for you. So I made that appointment for December, and that's, yeah, so I took it in December 14th. While it was there, I also wanted them to look at our slide seals. So if you followed our channel for a long time, you'll know that in 2019, this was under warranty still, and this seal right up there had torn. I think we're in view here. That seal had torn one time, and I took it in to get them to fix it under warranty, and they had it a few days, a week or whatever, and they called and said, hey, it's done. So I went to go pick it up, and they hadn't even looked at it. It was still ripped. It was still hanging there.
Right.
So went ahead and got that fixed finally. Well, when they quote-unquote fixed it, what they did was, he called me and he said, hey, we got your camper fixed, but during the fix, he kind of blamed Grand Design for using what he referred to basically as a super adhesive, some kind of super duper adhesive. In reality, Grand Design showed me they used 3M double-sided tape. So what had happened was, when they were fixing the slide, this is even roughly with the door handle, right in here. Where are we at here? I can't see what I'm doing. Right in here somewhere. It's bright and sunny out here. When they ripped the slide seal, the old seal off, what they did was they actually ripped a small hole in the fiberglass, taking the seal off with this, you know, super duper strongest bond in the world known to man, adhesive, and that was really 3M tape. But when they called and told me about it, they said, you know, it's no big deal. This happened. We're going to fix it. We've got a fiberglass specialist coming in.
Should I do the fiberglass specialist?
Yeah. To fix it. It's about half the size of a dime. You'll never see it. This guy will fix it like it was brand new. You'll never see it. And that was fine. I was cool with that. That was in November, I believe, or late October of 19. So, when I met at Grand Design in December, they were so cool. And they said, your camper's a 19, but we've updated how we put the slide seals on. There's a new system. If you want us to upgrade to that new system, we can do that for you. That's fine, no big deal. I said, yeah, that's, you know, you could fix the one or you could update the entire system. They offered to do the entire thing, so we took them up on that. Well, in order to do that, I had to stay overnight, which wasn't a big deal. Grand Design even offered to put us up in a hotel, or I was by myself, me. So that was cool. I went and checked into a hotel. I basically got there and they called and said, hey, you need to come back over here because there's something wrong with your wall of your camper that we've never seen before.
Which is not a good sign.
Yeah, when an RV manufacturer says that, you know. So I go back over there, and what I found was they walked me back there. They had the slide out of this, which is kind of cool to see. It was just, you know, this entire slide was sitting outside on their floor. And over here where I just showed you, where the dime, half the dime size hole was actually about, I'd say, half the size of a dollar bill. And I don't know what they did to try to fix it. It obviously wasn't enough because the wood behind it got wet. So, you know, I was kind of like, oh, shoot, should I call insurance or whatever? And they're like, no. Grand Design, I told them what happened, about what happened with the dealer. They couldn't believe it, that they were that lousy of a fix on it, you know. So they said, we're going to fix it for you for free. No charge to you. That's our dealer. We stand behind them. And, you know, but you have to leave it here for a few days, obviously. And then, you know, Christmas and New Year's came and went. And I get that. No big deal. But so basically, I just want to share your experience with Grand Design. They basically took all the slide out, took this entire wall off, however far they needed to, took the door out, just to check for any damage, and they repaired it at no charge to us at all. So all I had to do was go over there and drop it off and go back and pick it up directly at Grand Design in Middlebury. While I was in for service, I just kind of want to talk to you about a little bit about how cool Grand Design was with this. While it was in, they did some other things as well.
Like cleaned it?
They cleaned it top to bottom, which, you know, our camper gets used. This is our 51st or 2nd trip in it in 2 years. It does get used, and we do have dogs, but a couple things here. So over here, they did a lot of things that we didn't even ask, or it was a problem, but I didn't even think that they would. So right here on this trim, where the dog's bowl food, or the dog like bin gets pulled out, was really scratched up right here. They just replaced that. They put a new board on it. I didn't ask them to do that. They just did it on their own.
Yeah.
Back here, there was a small chip out of this board. They fixed that as well. Put a new board on it. They put a new propane regulator on it, which I didn't know until we were here. So we came here to camp, and I noticed that they had a brand new regulator on there and new hoses, which there was nothing wrong with the other ones. It didn't leak or anything. So there must be a new style, and they fixed it, you know, or they upgraded it.
Yeah. But the one thing I noticed right away.
One thing, if I can, here, Cash, get down, babe. Come here. Let me sit down real quick. Sit down. Come on. Or get down. Yeah. Come on, girl.
She says I'm old. I guess it takes me a minute.
So I'll show you guys in our tour video. You've seen this shot right here before, and how that panel was off-centered. So they changed it, but it's still off-center.
Yeah, it was like right.
Yeah.
I can't, like right here. It looks like, I think, maybe.
Yeah, somewhere right in there. Now they moved it over a little bit. So it's still off center, but that's okay. There has to be a reason for it. I don't know what the reasoning is, but
it was like the first thing I noticed. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, so anyways, we could have made this video about how terrible at least the Delaware location of our RV dealer is in their service. Sales was easy. Service has been less than, I don't even know a word to describe how bad it is. But instead, I just wanted to share with everyone that, you know, how good of a company Grand Design was for us. And, you know, we took it there. They, you know, I mean, I was going to wait on it. They were like, here, you can sit here and work while you wait, you know, if you want, because I needed to work. And then when it was going to be an overnight, they paid for a hotel for us. And then they fixed things that, instead of just fixing the slide seal, they wanted to update the entire system, you know. So I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
They have a new way.
And again, at no charge to us.
It cost me diesel fuel to get out there and back, and that was it, you know. And so that was kind of cool of them, or really cool of them. But then, you know, I knew they would fix what we took it in for, but then they fixed so many other things, or updated other things that, like I said, some of them weren't even broke. Some of them were things we caused, like that trim board, that trim board. Andrea pulling the dog food's heavy, and when she pulls it out, it scratched the heck out of that board down there, but they just repaired it, and we didn't know it until we picked it up. So anyways, if you're considering a Grand Design trailer,
and even everyone you worked with over there was really nice. Like,
yeah, they were super nice. They kept me
able to get a hold of somebody.
They kept me updated. They shot me an email or called me and said, "Here's what we're thinking. You know, here's the timing, all that stuff." And when I went to pick it up, they gave me a time, and I was there at that time, and it was ready to go.
Yeah.
Like, it was cool. But the big thing is, all camper manufacturers have some issues. Everybody knows that. What I think is cool about Grand Design is that you know, they really stand behind their product, even outside the warranty. Our warranty has been over by a year. And we've had this camper 2 years now. And so, if you're considering that, yeah, you're going to have some problems with no matter what camper you get.
But you wonder why our camper gets beat up.
But I really feel like some of the campers, the manufacturers, where you're just basically thrown to the wolves after you buy it and after it's out of warranty. So with Grand Design, I can at least tell you with our experience that they stood behind their product and made it better and fixed it even when, you know, they didn't have to, and things that they definitely didn't have to fix, like the trim and the regulator and a few other things, you know. So, and
it's enough for us to come back. I mean, we've already talked about, like, when it's time to upgrade or get a new trailer, we're still going to stick with the Grand Design. We just don't know which one. But because of the customer service, it's enough that we're already...
One of us knows which one.
Well, he already did. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's enough to where we're, you know, recommending them to friends, and, you know, we've been happy.
So if you're out there and you have a Grand Design, you have trouble with it, and you're not getting answers out of your dealer, don't be afraid to call Grand Design directly. And if you're willing to take it to them, they will, you know, get you fixed up. I mean, I know our situation's kind of odd, and the dealer caused that, you know, damage over there. And, you know, I did talk to the manager, his manager, and the director of operations. I didn't ask for that. I just happened to call them and ask them, you know, just basically wanted to let them know what had happened. And all three of them assured me they would contact Grand Design and find out what's going on and make it right, whatever. When I picked the camper up, Grand Design had not heard from them, from anybody. And I talked to 2 managers and a director of operations. So I honestly didn't expect them to call, and I didn't ask them to call.
Right.
They were the ones that said, "Hey, give me your contact's phone number. We're going to call them," and they didn't. So I can't, you know, it is what it is. I mean, you know, it's... Yeah. So anyways, it's kind of a... is this a rant? I don't know if this is a rant or not. But anyways, we're singing Grand Design's praises a little bit for hooking us up. So anyways, anyone from Grand Design, we appreciate you guys.
Yep.
And we worked with Valerie and Brian were the 2 that we worked with, and we just appreciate them and their hospitality.
Yep. Thanks, guys.